Hey, Red Sox Nation, imagine this. It's March 9th, 2025 in Fort Myers, and Trevor Story's swinging like a star again for the new Boston Red Sox. After 3 rough years, 298 games missed, 4 IL stints, he's 10-4, 21 with 2 homers in spring training, lighting up camp. Once a Rockies all-star, Story's been battered by hand, elbow, and shoulder woes in Boston, but now he's simplifying his swing, staying healthy, and dreaming big, backed by his wife Mally's rock-solid support. Could this be his comeback year and a Red Sox boost? Boston news is buzzing. Our narrator's at the full tale, from heartbreak to hope. Will he stay on the field all 162? Stick around for this one. What's your take? Story back in form. Drop it below, hit like, and subscribe. We're pushing for 1K subs to keep the Red Sox fire alive. Greeting the Red Sox faithful. Hey there, Red Sox Nation. Our narrator bursts in arms wide, like he's rallying a roaring Fenway crowd on this sunny March 9th, 2025. Whether you're sipping a Dunk's coffee or dreaming of opening day, he's pumped to bring you the latest Boston news, Red Sox style. Picture him tipping his cap to you, the heartbeat of this team. Our narrator knows you've cheered through the highs, 2018's epic run, and stuck it out through lean years since 21. Today, he's got a tale from Fort Myers that's got the new Boston Red Sox buzzing. Ready to roll? He leans in, voice buzzing with excitement. Spring training's heating up, bats are popping, gloves snapping, and a familiar name stealing the show. Our narrator's practically bouncing, and he guesses who? Hint! He's a shortstop with a comeback on his mind. Let's dive in. But first, a challenge. Our narrator hoists a big 1K subs banner. This channel's chasing 1,000 subscribers, and he needs you to get there. Love Red Sox stories? Hit subscribe now. Let's grow this Boston news crew together. We say, fans? Imagine Fenway's lights flickering on, the air electric. Our narrator sets the scene with a grin. This story is about a guy fighting back from the IL to shine for the new Boston Red Sox. Grit and glory ahead. How's your 2025 hype? High or holding? Drop it below. He claps, gearing up. This isn't just any update. It's a redemption arc lighting up spring, and he's spinning it storyteller style. Grab your seat or your couch, and let's get into it. What's your first Red Sox wish this year? Tell him in the comments. Our narrator points to you, all energy. How pumped are you for spring surprises? Heck yeah, or we'll see. Hit him with it below. He's all ears. Because Red Sox Nation, you're the soul of this tale. Let's roll. What's one thing you want the Red Sox to nail in 2025? Wins, health, or vibes? Share below, and let's kick this Boston news journey off right. The big question, can Story stay healthy and shine? Here's the hot pitch, Red Sox fans. Can Trevor Story stay healthy and spark the new Boston Red Sox in 2025? Our narrator steps to the plate, eyes gleaming, like he's watching a walk-off soar over the monster. It's a spring training saga, and Boston news is all over it. Let's unpack it. Picture Trevor Story, signed for $140 million in 22, battling bad luck in Boston. Our narrator mimics his swing. 3 years, 298 games missed, for IL trips. Now, spring 2025's here. He's 10-4, 21, 2 homers. Could this be his Red Sox redemption? Our narrator flashes back, voice low. Rockies days? 2 All-Stars, 2 Silver Sluggers. Story was iron. Boston? Hand. Foot, elbow, shoulder, ouch. But Friday's 2 dingers versus the Marlins lit up camp. Boston news buzzed. Red Sox need that bat, right? He pulls out an imaginary stat sheet, grinning. Story spring / .476 / .500 / .762. Small sample, big hope. Alex Cora's raving. He's on time, hitting hard. New Boston Red Sox fans. Is this the turnaround we've waited for? Tell him below. Imagine Fenway. Story raking opening day. Our narrator paints it. Crowd roaring as he doubles. Health's the key. Last full year was 21. Boston news sees a spark. How's that hit you? Drop your take. Our narrator tosses it to you, leaning in. Comeback king or spring tease? Share your vibe below. He's dying to hear if you're sold or skeptical. This Boston news tale's just starting. Stick around. He winks, teasing more. It's not just hits. It's heart, prep, and a wife's push. One word for Story shot, health or hype? Hit him with it in the comments. How many games do you see Story playing in 25, 100, 150? Guess below. Let's see who's got the Red Sox crystal ball. The injury roller coaster. Let's rewind, folks. Our narrator pulls out a Rockies cap, setting the stage. Trevor Story was a Denver star. 6 years, always there, 2 All-Stars. Then Boston hit, and the new Boston Red Sox shortstop's luck flipped. Boston news tracked every bump. Picture 22, Story's first Red Sox year. Our narrator mimics a wince. 94 games, hand and foot injuries. 23, just 43 games, elbow reconstruction. 24, a diving grab versus Trout snaps his shoulder. 133 games gone. Oof, tough breaks, right? Our narrator nods, laying it out. 3 years, 298 missed games. /line .232 /.296 /.397. 21 homers, 210 strikeouts. Red Sox fans felt it. $140 million for a ghost. Boston news wins 2. Story's talent drowned in IL stints. Ever been that unlucky? He shrugs, adding depth. Freak injuries, no pattern, just pain. Hand, elbow, shoulder, Story's fought it all. New Boston Red Sox need him. Last healthy year, 21, he mashed. Fans, feeling his fight? Drop it below. Imagine Story diving, then sidelined. Our narrator paints it. Gutsy plays, brutal costs. Boston news saw heartbreak. 3 lost years. How's that hit you? Tell him. Our narrator sighs, keeping it real. No control, just fate, Story says. Red Sox Nation, relate to that grind? Share it. Boston news tracks his climb. Let's root him on. What's Story's toughest break? Shoulder, elbow? Our narrator's curious. Hit him with it in the comments. This ride's wild. Let's unpack it. How many IL trips has your fave player dodged? Guess below. Let's see if Red Sox fans feel Story's pain. Spring's hot start. Now fast forward. Folks, our narrator steps to Fort Myers, bat in hand. It's March 9th, 2025, and Trevor Story's swinging like a beast for the new Boston Red Sox. 10-4, 21, 2 homers, 5 RBIs. Boston news is buzzing. Let's relive it. Picture Friday versus the Marlins. Story goes yard twice. Our narrator mimics a swing. 2 blasts, crowd roaring. Spring stats scream .476. Small sample, sure, but Alex Core's grinning. He's crushing it. Red Sox fans, how's that vibe? Our narrator nods, breaking it down. On time with fastballs. Cora says, hitting hangers hard. Story's tweaking. Less swing and miss, more contact. Boston news caught it. Late. 24's .270 /.361 /.429 sparked this. New Boston Red Sox see hope, right? He grins, adding stakes. Save for the season. A dugout voice tease. Cora said, nah, he needs this. Red Sox need that bat. 3 lean years hurt. Fans, feeling the spring fire? Drop your take below. Imagine Story at Fenway, bat sizzling. Our narrator paints it. Line drives everywhere. Boston news love the shift. Complete hitter vibes. How's the start hit you? Tell him. Our narrator winks, keeping it light. Spring's not summer. 10 hits don't lock it. But Story's rolling. Red Sox Nation, sold on this surge? Share it. What's Story's best swing? Homer contact? Our narrator's all ears. Hit him within the comments. Spring's hot. Let's pin it. How many spring homers till you're sold? 3, 5? Guess below. Let's see what Red Sox fans need. A healthy hope rises. All right, Red Sox fans, let's tie this up. Our narrator stands as short, gazing out on March 9th, 2025. Trevor Story's spring surge with the new Boston Red Sox. 10-4, 21, 2 homers. Hints at a comeback, and Boston news sees health as king. What's next? Picture Story's arc. 3 years of hurt, now swinging free. Our narrator recaps. Shoulders healed, swings tight. Late 24 sparked it. Red Sox need him. Playoffs since 21 feel far. Boston News dreams big. Fans hyped yet? Our narrator smiles. Looking ahead, opening day's close. Will Story stay fit? Health's the factor, he says. 162 games is goal. New Boston Red Sox could soar with this. Boston News tracks every step. What's your vibe? Tell him below. Here's your move, folks. Our narrator rallies. Smash that like button if Story's got you pumped. Subscribe now. 1K subs is near, and you can push us there. Let's keep Boston News rolling. Hit it now. Imagine Fenway. Story diving, then raking. Our narrator paints it. Your cheers fuel this. Drop below. Comeback Real or Spring Fling. He's reading every take. Red Sox Nation, we're halfway. Stay in it. Our narrator winks. Predict it. How many games? 120, 150. Share stats below. Let's see who nails it. Boston News loves this. Keep it coming. He waves, hyped. Thanks for riding along. Our team, our tale. Like, sub, comment. Hit 1K with us. Dream big for the new Boston Red Sox. Story a star by fall? Tell him. Final vibe. Health holds, yes or no? Drop it below. Let's close this with Red Sox fire and roll on. Hey, Red Sox crew. Our narrator pops in, mid-story grin. We're halfway through Story's comeback tale. Vibing with it? Hit that like button now if you're loving this Boston news scoop. It keeps us swinging. Not subscribed? Join up. 1K is the goal and you're the star. Back to it. Simplifying the swing. Let's zoom in, folks. Our narrator steps to the batter's box, eyeing Trevor Story's tweak. The new Boston Red Sox shortstop's hot spring, 10-4-21, comes from a simpler swing, and Boston News is all over it. Let's break it down. Picture Story last August, back from IL. Our narrator mimics his stance. .270/.361/.429 in 24's final month. In zone contact's better, he says, less whiff, more hit. Red Sox fans, that's the spark lighting up camp, right? Our narrator nods, digging in. Simplify and fire. Story told Cora, get the bat off quick, stay selective. Boston News saw it. 2 homers Friday, hard hits galore. New Boston Red Sox need that. 3 years of strikeout stung. Feeling the shift? He grins, adding stakes. Complete hitter, Story aims. Spray it everywhere. Red Sox crave consistency. 210 Burmese shots in 3 years won't cut it. Boston News tracks this. Springs is proving ground. Fans, how's this hit you? Drop it below. Imagine Story lining one to right. Our narrator paints it. Fenway buzzing as he connects. Boston News loves the focus. Health backs it. What's your take? Tell him. Our narrator shrugs, keeping it real. Spring small, 21 at-bats don't seal it. But Story's locked in. Red Sox Nation, trust this tweak? Share it. What Story's swing fix? Timing simplicity? Our narrator's curious. Hit him with it in the comments. This matters. Let's weigh it. How many hits till he's back? 50, 100. Guess below. Let's see what Red Sox fans expect. The health quest. Now let's talk health, folks. Our narrator steps to the trainer's room, eyeing Story's goal. The new Boston Red Sox star spring fire, 2 homers, hinges on one thing. Staying off the IL, and Boston News tracks this fight. Let's unpack it. Picture Story, post-shoulder fix, feeling strong, healthy. Our narrator mimics his flex. Last full year? 21 with Colorado. Health's big, he says. Freak injuries derailed him. Red Sox fans, relate to that grind? Tell him. Our narrator nods, setting stakes. Hand, elbow, shoulder. 298 games lost. Boston News winced. $140 million sidelined. New Boston Red Sox need 162 from him. Playoffs since 21 feel distant. Fans, feeling this quest? Drop it. He grins, adding depth. Preparation's key. Story says right steps, right vibes. Red Sox crave that. 3 years of what ifs hurt. Boston News sees hope. Health could flip it. How's that sound? Share it below. Imagine Story at short all season. Our narrator paints it. No IL, just plays. Boston News tracks it. freak Lux's foe. What's your vibe? Tell him. Our narrator shrugs, keeping it light. Nothing I can outline, Story admits. Fate's tricky. Red Sox Nation. Trust his body now? Drop it. What Story's health edge? Luck prep? Our narrator's all ears. Hit him within the comments. This is huge. Let's pin it. How many games till he proves it? 50, 100. Guess below. Let's see what Red Sox fans predict. Mally's rock-solid lift. Let's get personal. Folks, our narrator pulls out a heart-shaped prop, eyeing Trevor Story's wife, Mally. The new Boston Red Sox shortstop spring surge, 10-4-21, leans on her, and Boston News loves this bond. Let's dive in. Picture Story, down after injuries. Mally's there. Our narrator mimics her pep. You're good, too. High school sweetheart since 18. She's his rock. Faith guiding them. Red Sox fans, feel that support? Tell him. Our narrator nods, adding depth. She's incredible. Story says, 3 years of IL hell. Mally kept him up. Boston News caught it. Submit to the Lord, she urged. New Boston Red Sox thrive on that, right? He grins, tying it in. Imagine Story slumping. Mally points up, lifts him. Red Sox need his bat. Her strength fuels it. Boston News sees heart. Fans, how's this hit you? Drop it below. Think of Story smiling, Mally cheering. Our narrator paints it. Love powering his swing. Boston News digs this. Family's key. What's your take? Share it. Our narrator winks, keeping it real. Injuries test. Mally's his anchor. Red Sox Nation love this duo? Tell him. Who's your rock? Family friend? Our narrator's curious. Drop in the comments. Story's got Mally. Let's match it. How big support for Story? Huge, small? Guess below. Let's see what Red Sox fans feel. Team dreams rising. Let's zoom out Red Sox fans. Our narrator steps to the dugout, eyeing the squad. Trevor Story's new Boston Red Sox spring. 2 homers, ties to a bigger goal, team success, and Boston News tracks this vibe. Let's break it down. Picture Story in camp. Great talent here, he says. Our narrator mimics his nod. Lineup's gelling, he's key. Red Sox missed playoffs since 21. 81-81 in 24 stung. Boston News sees a lift. Fans feeling it? Our narrator nods, setting stakes. Me playing well's big, Story told Cora. Health and hits could spark it. New Boston Red Sox need that. 3 lean years hurt. Boston News dreams playoffs. How's that sound? Tell him. He grins, adding hope. Imagine Fenway rocking. Story rakes. Team rolls. Red Sox thrive on stars clicking. Story's resurgence could lead. Boston News buzzes. Fans hype for this? Drop it below. Think of Story rallying the crew. Our narrator paints it. Shortstop sparking wins. Boston News tracks it. Teams tight. What's your vibe? Share it. Our narrator shrugs, keeping it real. Spring's early. Health's the test. Red Sox Nation, see this lifting us? Tell him. What's the Red Sox key? Health bats? Our narrator's all ears. Hit him with it in the comments. Teams rising, let's weigh it. How many wins with Story? 85, 90? Guess below. Let's see what Red Sox fans dream. The road ahead Story season. Here's the stretch, folks. Our narrator gazes at Fenway's horizon, March 9th, 2025. Trevor Story's new Boston Red Sox comeback. 10-4-21, light spring, and Boston News sees a full season ahead. Where is this headed? Picture Story's path. 3 years down, now up. Our narrator recaps. Health's focus. Swing sharp. Mally's push. Red Sox need 162. Playoffs since 21 feel far. Boston News tracks every at-bat. Fans dreaming big? Our narrator smiles. Eyes on fall. Opening day looms. Will Story shine? New Boston Red Sox crave his bat. Last year's fade hurt. Boston News predicts wins. Story could push it. What's your call? Tell him below. He waves, wrapping up. Thanks, Red Sox Nation. This is ours. Like, sub, comment. Hit 1K subs with us. Keep Boston News alive. Story a star, yes or no? Share it. Let's roar on. Imagine Fenway, Story mashing. Our narrator paints it. Your cheers fuel this. What's your 2025 hope? Hits health? Drop it below. He's all in. Red Sox fans, we're rolling. Stay hyped. Our narrator claps. Predict it. How many homers? 15, 20? Guess in the comments. Let's see who's spot on. Boston News loves it. Keep it coming. He grins, tossing it back. What's one Red Sox moment you crave this year? Share below. Story's just the start. Thanks, fam. See you next time. Final question. Stories 162. Full season or bust? Drop it in the comments. Let's dream big for the new Boston Red Sox.